Hello and welcome to the newsroom. I am Victoria Akonde and these are the headlines we're tracking at the moment. Armed bandits attacked the Tangaza local government area of Sokoto State, killing 15 persons with several persons sustaining varying degrees of injuries. Local sources said the suspected assailant stormed Kwalajia village in the early hours of Wednesday and started shooting sporadically and in the process killed over 15 persons. Some community members expressed concern over the persistent violence in the area, alleging that some persons and parts of the community collaborated with terrorists unleashing violence on citizens in the area. Now, several persons have been hospitalized after a building collapsed overnight along Adeni-Jiadele Road at Isaleko on Lagos Island. The incident, which occurred in the early hours of Thursday, drew an emergency response from operatives of the Lagos State Traffic Management Authority, the Nigerian Police and other relevant rescue agencies. According to updates posted by LASMA on its verified X handle, victims trapped under the rubble were rescued and immediately taken to nearby hospitals for medical attention. On the political scene, former presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 election, Peter Obi, has said that the African Democratic Congress coalition will always put Nigerians first in all its decisions. This is as Obi reaffirmed his support for the adoption of the ADC as a coalition platform ahead of the 2027 general elections to unseat President Bola Tinubu. Obi said the move was born out of a commitment to provide competent and compassionate leadership for Nigeria. Meanwhile, the Julius Abure-led faction of the Labour Party has given Peter Obi a 48-hour ultimatum to leave the party after he joined the coalition. This was contained in a statement signed by the faction's National Publicity Secretary Obi Oraifo in Lagos on Thursday. Before explained that the Labour Party under the Abure's leadership remains vehemently opposed to joining the coalition while dismissing members of the coalition as powermongers whose only interest was self and not the people. In the world of business, the International Monetary Fund (IMF) has advised the Nigerian government to review its 2025 budget to reflect lower than expected global oil prices. The IMF disclosed this in its article IV Consultation Report on Nigeria released in Washington, D.C., USA. This comes as the fund on Wednesday raised Nigeria's growth rate projection to 3.4% from 3.2% on the back of higher oil output, which stood at 1.74 million barrels of crude oil per day, according to the Minister of State Petroleum Resources Enike Lokpobiri, and a falling inflation rate at 22.97% in May. On the global scene, Guinea's ruling junta wants to extend presidential terms from 5 to 7 years with a 2-term limit, according to a draft constitution due to be put to a referendum in September. This draft was presented last Thursday by General Mamadi, head of the junta that ousted President Alpha Conde in 2021, won in a series of military coups in West Africa. It did not specify whether the general would be able to run for president when the country returns to democratic elections. Finally, on sports, Liverpool forward Diogo Jota has died at 28 years in a tragic road accident in Spain. The car crash occurred on the A52 motorway at kilometer 65 near the municipality of Palacios in the province of Zamora. Spanish sport outlet Marca reported the incident on Thursday, confirming that Jota died at the scene of the accident. Those are the major stories from our newsroom at this moment. We'll update you at the top of the hour.